Hello everyone, it's Jamie and welcome back to my channel. I am here today with another update. It's been like 2 weeks since my last video, but I have cross-stitch progress. I have a little bit of knitting progress, plus I have some cross-stitch purchases because I just couldn't resist. And then I also am going to be talking about my stitching plans for this fall. I don't actually plan on finishing things this fall like I did during the summer, but there are some things that I would really like to work on this fall, so I will be showing you those projects at the end of the video. So to start with, I will talk about my cross-stitch progress, and the first project that I will show is Game of Thrones by Tilton Crafts. It's a limited edition chart, so it's not available anymore, and I've been trying to work on it on Sundays, which is when House of the Dragons is on, which is a spin-off show, and it's about the Targaryen family. So here is where I am on it now, and I had been stitching this diagonally, so there was my diagonal, but I decided to stitch it down to Daenerys. So Daenerys Targaryen is going to be here, and I decided I wanted to work on her because the show is about Targaryens, so I figured I needed to stitch on Targaryens. So that's where it's going to be, and it's going to be a pain in the butt doing her hair because she's blonde, so it's going to be a lot of like really light colors on white fabric, which is my least favorite stitching. It's like stitching white on white is the worst. So there's that. I am stitching this on 28 count, 1/1 full cross. This is one of the few projects that I'm actually doing full cross on 28 count. And so there's that. I only worked on this I think like 2 Sundays because there was 2 Sundays between my last video and this video, so there wasn't a ton of progress, but there it is. And then I also worked on my Persona 5 chart, which is a chart that I found on Sprite Stitch. Someone had just charted it and then they put it up for free. And so here's where it was the last time you saw it. And here it is now. I am stitching this on 14 count plastic canvas, 2/1 full cross. I've been trying to fill in the black because black is the main color used in the chart, so there's going to be a lot of black, and you can already see that this is Joker's face. You can see like the outline of his mask that he wears, which is exciting. So the coverage with the black isn't great on this right now, and I think I have a light that's making it look even worse, but I did not want to use 3 strands. Like I had done a Zelda Game Boy chart on plastic canvas, and that one it said to use 3 strands, but 3 strands is so thick that it was just not pleasant. So I went with 2, it'll be fine, but there's that. And then because it's fall, I wanted to do fall stitching, so I pulled out Autumn Harmony, which is a chart by Maxine Gadd, and I bought it from her website, which is I think it's like Creations by Maxine Gadd or something is her website because she changed it. It used to be Imaginarium Cross Stitch, it's not anymore, but I will have it linked down in the description, whatever the website name is now. And here's where it was the last time you saw it, and here it is now. I have been working on getting her face finished because I just want to get it done. There's a lot of light colors, and I already said I don't like stitching light colors on white fabric, and that's mostly what's left. So there's like her forehead is all really light colors, like it's 3865 I think, which is like a basically almost white, and it's a ton of it because the forehead has like a big white highlighty area. So it's not going to be fun, but her face is getting so close to being almost done, and then I can start stitching on her hair, which will be a lot funner because it's all like reds and orange, and she has like berries and stuff in her hair. And I am stitching this on 18 count 2/1 full cross. So there she is. I love her. And then another fall chart that I was working on was my Stardew Valley autumn chart, which I got from Glitch Stitch AU on Etsy. And here's where it was the last time you saw it. And here it is now. So I've been focusing on getting the house finished, and it's so close to being finished. So I basically just need to keep doing like this little upper part here, and then it will be close to finished. And then this part, the yellow here, is the sky, so I'm already at the sky part, which is nice. And I am stitching this on 28 count 2/1 tent stitch. And then for this, I actually plan on Glitch Stitch AU has other Stardew Valley house charts, They also have a winter one, and then they have one that has flowers, so it's kind of like a spring summer one. So I would like to do all of the houses and have one for every season, so that will be fun. So for winter, get ready because I'm gonna be stitching the winter one. So that was all of my cross stitch progress. Next I will show my couple of purchases. So I'm in the Gecko Rouge Gold Club. I ended up canceling it because I have so many Gecko Rouge charts that I don't anymore. And the way it works is you pay money every month, and then every 6 months you get the money back basically in a voucher, and then you also get 10% off your purchases. So I had bought another chart and it came! So I will show the chart that I got. I ended up buying this one. It's called Piper Boy. I love this chart. I love the colors, like up in the sky and the moon, and it's pretty. So I got that. And now I have like 4 Gecko Rouge charts, so I needed to start one. I actually have a Gecko Rouge chart in my fall plan, so I will show that later. And then I also purchased a chart called Dark Cinderella, which is from Pain Free Crafts. I'll insert the picture here. I don't have it printed out, but I'll insert the picture. And then I started kitting it up myself, so I bought some 28 count fabric from 123 Stitch, and then I started making my floss card. So the colors for this chart are pretty. Yeah, so that is something that I also want to start. I want to start so many things right now. But yeah, so I had two little purchases, 2 big purchases. So there was that. And then knitting. So for knitting, I have been working on this Sub Pop tee. I don't remember who it's by, but I'll link it in the description. And the last time I showed it, I actually put in a little marker. I was here working on the raglan increases, and now I am here. And so I think I have like 2 more rows and then I need to try it on. And so because I need to try it on, that's why I have stopped working on it, because I don't want to take the time to actually like I'll have to put in like a longer core cable and then put like the little stopper things on to keep it from falling off, and I just haven't wanted to do that. So that's what slowed me down on this. So I need to get working on this. And this is being stitched with Holst Garn, which I bought a cone of, because a cone of Holst Garn is like $25 and it's a ton of yarn. So and this is the color Ember, so it's going to be a nice fall winter top, and I am planning on making this hopefully long sleeves. The pattern is short sleeve, so I need to figure out how to modify it to make it long sleeve, but hopefully I can figure it out. I think I've stitched sleeves like once, so it's the biggest thing is just like decreasing. You need to decrease so that it's fitted, because I want it to be a more fitted sweater. Anyway, so there's that. I need to try it on and then get working on that again. And so now we are at my fall plans, and so I will show you what I have done. So I pulled this bin out from back there, and what I did is I basically went through my shelf of projects back there, and I was just kind of like, what are the things that I want to work on at some point this fall? Like whether it's something that I just haven't worked on in a while, or if it's actually a fall chart. So like I want to make sure that I'm stitching on my seasonal charts in the correct season. And so I just pulled some things out, put them all in this bin, and then I keep this right next to where I stitch, just so that when I'm looking for a project, I don't have to go back there. I can just look in here and be like, these are the things I haven't stitched yet that I really want to stitch soon. So I will show the things that I have pulled out. I have the Very Viking stitch along in here, which I'm not that far, and that's why I kept this one out, is because it's not that far and this chart's not that big, so I really would like to get more progress on this chart before I actually put it back there and say that like I'm done with it for a while. So I want to work on this a little bit more, and this is being stitched on 28 count Whispers Weigart 2 over 2 full cross using Anchor. I think it's 72. So there was that one. I have this chart, which is Walking in the Rain by Artisy. And so this is a fall chart. Like, it's a fall chart because of the colors and stuff. So to me, I call it a fall chart. And this is where I am on it right now. And I think that what I'm possibly going to do is work on this. It's called Walking in the Rain, so I'm almost thinking about stitching on this on the days that it rains, because this is Washington and it rains a lot, and I think I might just do like 100 or 200 stitches on the days that it rains on this chart, and then I might get some nice progress on it during the fall. So there's this chart, and this is being stitched on 25 count 2/1 10 stitch. So there's that. And then this is the red chip of lesser commitment. I kept this out for the same reason that I kept out the Very Viking stitch along, and it's because this doesn't have that much progress. So I have a thing where I call things a BS, a barely start, if I haven't done that much on it, and so I want to get more done on this before I actually put this away. This is an ink circles chart, and I am stitching it using Classic Colorworks, I think? Yeah, Classic Colorworks in the color Ribbon Red with Chili Pepper. So I want to get more done on that. And this fabric, I love this fabric, 28 count. It's called Deep Sea, and I can't remember who dyes this fabric though, because it's not a fabric company that I had heard of before until I actually saw it in stores. From Crosswind Collection. Crosswind Collection has the most beautiful fabrics. When I was looking at it at a stitching shop in Colorado, all their fabrics I wanted. So there's that. And then this one is my Sprite Stitch Sampler, which this is a chart. It's not a chart. It's a big piece of fabric, and I'm putting multiple charts on it that are anime, video game, and just other things I like, all going to be put onto one big piece of fabric. And so I have this in my to work on bin because I have a Pokemon chart that I'm thinking about putting on this fabric. And it's a Pokemon chart for Scarlet and Violet, so it has the 3 new starters on it, and the new games come out in November on the 18th. So I want to work on this so that I can figure out where I'm going to put the Pokemon chart, and so I can start that next month when the games come out. So I think what I'm going to do is right here is where I'm going to have a sailor, and I'm going to stitch her, like the outline of her, and then somewhere around here I will probably put the Pokemon chart. So I just need to figure out exactly where it's going to go, so I need to work on this to figure that out. So I might, no I don't. The Pokemon chart that I'm planning on stitching though is another one from Glitch Stitch AU. They have so many charts on their Etsy shop that I want. I can't remember exactly what it's called, but I'll have a picture inserted. But yeah, so I'm going to be putting that on my Sprite Sampler, and so I need to work on that. So that's in my bin to work on. Then this is a possible start if I have time with all the other things that I have going on. But I really want to start one of my Gecko Rouge kits, so I put that in my bin. And this is Fables, and the reason why I want to start this one first is because it only uses, I think it's got like less than 30 colors, and I really want to stitch like a minimal color chart. So that's why I picked this one as my first Gecko Rouge start, but I'm not sure exactly when that will be. So there's that, and then there's one more chart that I have in my bin. And this is, I decided I am only going to work on one long dog at a time. I think I have, hold on, I have Templar Prophecy, Pandemic. I finished opening Gambit, so that's not one. So Templar Prophecy, Pandemic, The Pointed Fifth. Is that it? Do I only have 3? I don't know. I have 3 or maybe 4. 3, maybe. And I decided I only want to work on one at a time. So I decided that I would focus on my oldest one, which is Templar Prophecy. And so I will keep Templar Prophecy in the to be worked on bin most of the time, because when I want to work on a long dog, it's going to be on this one. So I will show where I'm at on that. And it's not that far for, like I said, it's my oldest long dog, and it does not have that much progress. So here's where I am on this. The thing that's slowing me down is the border is just not fun, but I decided I wanted to stitch the border first just to get out of the way. So yeah, it's just not that enjoyable to work on all the border. So I think I'm only on, like, this is page 1, so I'm, I think, on page 2 going into page 3 right here. And this is being stitched on 22 count fabric that I dyed myself, and I'm using DMC 666, which I love the color. Anyways, so there's that. So that's all the things, and I just want to work on these throughout the fall, get progress on some of these, and then I think maybe next month in November I might throw in one of my Christmas charts that I have started, just because November is when I start feeling very in the Christmas spirit, especially with all the Christmas movies that start coming on. There's going to be a new Christmas Story movie. There's going to be a Santa Claus TV show. I'm gonna need some Christmas stitching for that. So that is all that I've worked on. Those are the charts that I have planned to stitch on for the next couple months. That's what you'll be seeing the next couple months. So if you would like to see my progress on any of these things the next couple months, come back. But yeah, so thank you everyone for watching, liking, commenting, and subscribing, and I will see you all in my next video, which will hopefully be in another week or two. I'm trying to keep to a schedule like that so I don't end up with like too much stuff to show where I get like overwhelmed with like, I don't even remember what I did that long ago. But yeah, so thank you. Bye.